Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. Today we're going to be looking at what affects you from your past. The Chariot card came through. Now, the Chariot is about momentum and drive. And right away what I felt was like, you decide where you're going at all times in your life. Okay, you decide which step you're going to take even after something happens, you decide where that's going to lead to next for you. Okay? So, depending on how you feel within yourself, that beautiful chariot can be going in a direction that's going to be helping to you, or it can be going in a direction that's going to be maybe less helpful, okay? But you are always at the reins of this beautiful chariot, deciding where you're going next. The other cards that came out from the Cosmic Journey Oracle is Trust and act accordingly. Now, the eye in the sky with this beautiful purple hue for our beautiful month of Pisces indicates clearly that we have all the colors of the rainbow, and we do come from the heart. When it comes to decisions, we do confer with our heart first. A lot of us, anyway, if we haven't been hurt too many times. And they say, just trust in yourself. Now, I will read you what it says here. It says, how would you act if you absolutely knew the universe had even more in store for you than you could imagine? What would be your next step now in confidence with this chariot, right? Whatever we think we want typically comes from our small selves, right? This is not the small self. This is the intuition part. And that's not always in alignment with our divine destiny unfolding. Think back to when you made significant leaps. Where did the support come from? Consider what kind of allies, resources, and even synchronistic opportunities have opened up only after you've acted. The universe is always nudging us forward and revealing itself in our crazy ideas and perfect nature. Trust. Okay? So trust yourself. This is asking us to trust ourselves. Okay? How the past comes to play here, Pisces, is to let us know that everything that we've learned has really given us a varied amount of experiences that we can use along with our intuition to make decisions. And that makes us very powerful in our own lives. And don't diminish that because of fear. The next card is You're Perfectly Imperfect. Again, I see the star and I see the other stars around, and I feel like this is like the star card going, this is your life, your goal, your path. And this card reads, we somehow want to be seen as perfect with absolutely no defects, holes, or scars, but those imperfections make you more beautiful rather than less. Okay? They give you empathy and more strength to face anything. When your heart is cracked wide open, the light finds its way in. That's how the song of your soul can flow into our lives. Crack wide open, Pisces. Your pain has meaning. Your sorrow has held tremendous significance beyond what you may have considered already. Embrace it all, because your healed wounds become the medicine our world desperately needs now. Okay? So, all those cracks, all those scars, all those things that have made you in your past is the complete being that you are now. And I want you to repeat that. You're not broken, you're not dented, you are not failed, you are not imperfect. You are exactly who you are meant to be. All the pieces, everything, all your experience that came through have helped you set on a path that's going to be most definitely your own. Okay? So rise in this beauty, knowing that you are exactly who you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be it. Okay? And everything that happens is for you and not to you. Okay? So taking away that victim mentality. Take it away, and it happened for you to grow, for you to be further down your path, to get you to where you needed to go. And trust in yourself to take the reins and know that this is your path. And it's perfectly perfect for you, Pisces. Okay? So that is what came through for the first cards this morning, dealing on how the past is affecting you. Now we're going to look further. We're going to take some tarot and look further to see what Spirit has to say, what kind of work you've been doing, what else you could be focusing on, Pisces. So this is, I said, is the Cosmic Journey Oracle, and this is the Enchanted Dreams Tarot. All cards can be found and find a deck below. That's why I'm giving you titles, okay? They're in alphabetical order. All right, Pisces. Alright, the first three cards out. The Lovers, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Yes, what I see here is I see you contemplating the perfection of the world with the Lovers. Have you ever looked at perfect, like synchronistic, harmonious situation and thought, wow, aren't they lucky? Their life unfolds exactly the way that they want it to. You contemplate this with your Two of Wands, and you try to recreate your life in such a way that looks like this life, okay? We've all done it. We've looked at somebody and thought, wow, do they have the life that I would like to have, okay? Even some in parts, that's really not your life at the moment. So you contemplate this, you look at their choices, you look at the potential, you look at the threshold. However, with the Three of Swords at the end, you start believing that those realities cannot be yours, okay? You get a little bit like, well, that isn't me. It's like a state of rejection inside your own soul saying, well, I'm never going to get that kind of life. I'm never going to have that. And that, in your past, has played a big part of rejecting things that you think that you may not be able to have because you are a little imperfect being, right, compared to these perfect people. Now, as you get older, you understand that that is subjective to the lens that you're looking through. Okay? It depends on what part of the story you started looking at these people. And they may have stories before that. Their life may not have been completely perfect, but they eventually got there, or maybe not. And maybe they look happy, but maybe they really aren't, okay? Or maybe they're completely happy with their lives, but that is their journey. The big picture of this, Pisces, is that you defeat yourself thinking that all or no parts of this can be yours. And this has been a major key role in your life. A defeatist attitude of, that can never be mine. And the thing is that that's a lie. It is a lie. Whatever you've been through, you can change your life from one day to the next. Especially now, Pisces, with all the choices we have, right down to picking who you want to be, okay? We used to be limited back in my day between man and woman. Now today you can be whatever you want. It's a beautiful world of choice. And that's all I'm saying, okay? What else you could be working on? Exactly. Seeing the truth in the situation. Okay? Like I said, what's projected to the world, this beautiful perfection of harmony that is constant, especially with pictures that you see, even down to the perfectly decorated house that is staged for you, and you look at your dirty walls and think, wow, do I have a long way to go to look at those, that my house looks like that one with the fluffy pillows. That is staged. A lot of it is staged, okay? No real living has been done in those houses. For myself, I'd rather see a few smudges than I know people actually live there, okay? People I love, no less. So it isn't just a shell. It isn't just a decoration, okay? It just doesn't look harmonious. It is actually a beautiful house with all moving parts here, okay? And it took me a long time to figure that out. So I'm giving you an example of that. But you have to see things for what they are, which is this right here, the Five of Swords. It may look like they're winners, but remember, where a house is beautifully staged, where no pillow is never left unturned, there's rarely any other energies in that room but those pillows. So there's a deception, okay? It's a win for the way it looks, but it may be a lose for the people who do not live in that room, okay? So it may not be used. It may not be a comfortable room. Have you ever sat on a white couch and felt comfortable, especially if it's made of cloth? Not me. I live with a house of people who do mechanics in the backyard. That would never fly in this house, okay? So you may look beautiful and well dressed and groomed on a white couch for just a certain amount of time, but after a while, it's going to have to get messy. The image projected is not it's not showing the full picture, okay? A lot of it is in the dark. There may be stuff that is very sad about perfection, and then it's just not a full picture. This card is always about there's a winner and there's a loser. The important part is what makes you win? Which sword in these is going to bring you harmony? And that's the most important part, Pisces. What brings you harmony? Not what harmony looks like. What harmony looks like for you, okay? The next part is from the 2 to the 3 of Wands, telling you that instead of contemplating and looking at other people's lives, what you should actually be doing is launching your own, okay? Taking baby steps towards things that you want. Right now, I'm in the process of wanting to make some kind of altar. And the choice is to put things. I've decided that my altar is going to be an altar of things that I love, some of my favorite things. At first I wanted to put pictures of people that have passed. However, those are many at the moment. So the altar would be covered with mostly dead people's picture, and that's not really how I want to choose to feel their energy. I want them to be more of my energy than a remembrance of energy. So I'm constantly going back and forth with what I want to put, and I don't want to put just random things, and I wanted to make it personal for myself. So what did I do? Even though I am at odds of all the decisions that I could be doing to honor myself in a sacred space, well, I've started with a table. And that's all there is for now. And I will create more as I go. But I've taken the first steps. Instead of just thinking and dismissing and then thinking and dismissing, I have laid out the first thing, which is the table itself in the space that I want it in. And the rest, well, I can work on as I go. The importance is to begin, Pisces. Now, with the Three of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles. Don't be disheartened. Don't give up on yourself. Don't think that this isn't for you. Instead, turn it around and think, what is for me? What is the balance? Ashu, our wonderful earth, beautiful pentacle earth, all spiritual guide from the other side, who always likes to remind us that what is good for you is not necessarily good for everybody, and vice versa. Okay, what's important is that don't give up on things that you see. Work instead on the things that will balance you out. Okay, that makes you feel balanced for you. Okay, you may put things on a scale for you that will not balance somebody else out. It will be a big, major imbalance, but for you, it means something. And that is a lot of trial and error. But if you never try, you'll never know. Take that Chariot. Don't just sit in the seat, okay? Pick up the reins and pick a destination. At least it's a beginning. All right, so what Spirit would like you to pay attention to at this point? The Ace of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. And the Eight of Swords. All right. Ooh, and the Ace of Swords underneath the deck. All right, Pisces. So here we go. What Spirit wants you to pay attention to. The Ace of Cups. We're on this journey to bring forward a bunch of growth, okay? And the Ace of Cups is about spiritual growth. It's about fertility. It's about beginnings. And at no point in time do we feel more excited at brand new beginnings, whether it's in relationships or projects or life, and expressing ourselves. Express yourself in a way, Pisces, that's going to renew you. The Ace of Cups always talks about new beginnings, constantly beginning. In other words, if you start something and you're in fear of it failing or it not being for you, the great part of life is that you can always begin again, okay? As I said, you can reinvent yourself whenever you want, okay? It's so easily done. It is so easily done. Just pick what feels right for you and start in that direction. If you need to change it as you go along, then go ahead and do that, okay? The other part that you may not be seeing is the Two of Pentacles. That's, again, has to do with juggling and adapting to the situation. No fear that taking this Chariot and starting with it will be okay, because you can adapt as you go. You can change things as you go. And as I said here, the only person who is really blocking your way between the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords is you. So it's time to take off those blindfolds, Pisces. It's time to face what you are looking at and decide your path and do it without fear. You have so much available to you. Don't miss your opportunities, okay? So what you're not seeing is that you're already triumphant with the Ace of Swords. Okay, you're already triumphant for these challenges. It's right here with the Knight of Wands. You've already, see, this is a new beginning with the Fool. You're already there. Okay, there's so much waiting for you. You've already succeeded. All you need to do is just take those first steps and live your own life. How can you not succeed when the life you are building for yourself is specifically designed for you? There's no way you can lose. Anyway, Pisces, this is it for your morning reading. I'm going to come back and clarify it more later. I hope that you can join me at that time. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and comment. And I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Thank you, Pisces.